How to Make a Free School. By Kate, Elsan, and Dina. Coordinating the school. Start by finding someone to coordinate the school with you. There's a good deal of work to do, and having someone to do it with will make the work a lot more pleasant, and go a lot quicker. The absolutely necessary jobs of flyering, phone tag, press releases, party hosting, and brochure designing will be more bearable and enjoyable if you're working cooperatively instead of alone. Finding teachers. Finding teachers is a matter of putting the word out. Make flyers and put them out all around town. Give bunches to friends and encourage people to tell everyone they know about this great opportunity for skill sharing. Word of mouth will turn you up an easy semester's worth of classes. We'd advise against pestering friends to teach at the free school. Quantity of classes shouldn't be your goal. To start with, the interest in and commitment to the free school are your top priorities. 4 classes with eager teachers is better than 10 with 6 teachers who will be sore when no one signs up or shows up for their class. Remember, teaching is a big commitment, and teachers need to want to do it. As well, keep in mind that you can't expect too many committed students. Decide on a realistic student base for your community. Is it 15 people or 30? Is it more? Having more classes than you have students to fill will quickly dishearten teachers and students and coordinators alike. Teachers who get no students are unlikely to return to your free school. Overestimating your student base is a rapid way to alienating everybody. Give yourself at least 2 weeks to get teachers. Scheduling classes. Work with the teacher to find a time convenient for them but also realistic for the class's intended participants. Some classes work fine during traditional business and school hours, MF 9 to 5, but many won't. It's important for the school to suit the student's schedule, or many won't pursue their initial interest. Also, consider how long each class can run or should run. The A-Zone Free School offers a 6-week semester in fall and 1 in spring. We encourage classes that need or choose to run longer to do so. With our current semester just ended, we still have 7 classes running, some to finish studying the prescribed material and some because everyone is having such a good time. Because of weather, we don't offer weekly courses in winter. Instead, we offer workshops such as a day of bookmaking or an evening of home, or info shop, repair. During summer, we also offer workshops instead of regular classes. Getting people to show up regularly in the summer is difficult, so, instead, we will offer workshops such as edible and medicinal plants in and around the city, and drumming in the park. Finding suitable classrooms. An info shop is not always an ideal place for classes to meet. Nor is the local park. We've had teachers run classes out of their own homes, and other classes have run quite well at coffee shops. You can also hit up local theaters, and some community centers offer free classroom space to community groups. Make sure you coordinate teaching space with the teachers from the very beginning. Teachers will usually have good suggestions about issues related to their classes. Consider these problems we've consistently had. Noise. Will noise disrupt the class? Will the class disrupt its neighbors? Locked doors. Don't schedule a class at your info shop unless the teacher has a key. Locked out classes will turn into pissed off people, giving the free school a bad rep. Interruptions. Is kids' space scheduled at the same time? Do bands sound check in the cafe every weekend from 5 to 7? Will you have to be answering the phone constantly? Racial sensitivity. Info shops, artsy cafes, and the like are primarily white youth spaces. If you want to generate interest in other communities, try to find racially neutral spaces. ESL, literacy tutoring, etc. should be taught in spaces that do not disempower their students. Local community centers and libraries might be good choices. Promoting the free school. With teachers, classrooms, and a schedule, you can now whip out a press release about your free school, its principles, its goals, its classes and schedule, and its opening party. Get this out to the press at least 2 weeks before your opening party. Simultaneously, get some nice brochures out to the public. Distribute stacks around the neighborhood and, again, give them to friends and comrades to share. Include in the brochure a description of the free school and its principles. Include class descriptions, times, and locations. Use lots of neat graphics to illustrate the descriptions. Also include a registration form and a flyer about the excellent back-to-school party. Have a potluck for the teachers. It's important to develop a sense of community with the teachers if the free school is to be its best. At this get-together, teachers and coordinators can get to know each other and learn more about the free school. This is a good time to briefly discuss anarchist principles, how to teach without power over, no one-way flow of info, knowledge as sharing not control. You can also troubleshoot. Make sure all the times and places for classes are set up. As well, be sure teachers get a bunch of copies of the brochure. Many of the ideas and students you need to survive will come from your teachers. Encourage them to invite friends and coworkers. Offer to do an evening of flyering for any classes that want to make flyers, bring materials to do them there. Get the teachers involved. You want them to be a part of the free school, not just their particular class. Oh yeah, and avoid the urge to turn this into a meeting. A fun social event will be more heartening than a dull consensual go-around. Back to school party. We've had great success with potlucks where interested people can get together and talk. Teachers and prospective students can meet each other and talk about classes, interests, and needs. They can also get to know each other and experience a social bond before classes begin. Organize your space so that people can sit and talk comfortably. Have plates and utensils and glasses readily available. Mingle and talk about the school. Encourage teachers to sign up for classes. Play low-volume classical or jazz music. Make a point of talking to people as they come in. You will need to be host or hostess. Don't expect people to come in and know what's going on. It's very important to be friendly and encouraging, but not patronizing, to people as they come in. This is a time for enthusiasm. It's a party. After the party. You've cleaned up after the party and are feeling pleased that most of the classes have at least one student. Now you need to call each teacher, thank them for coming to the party and give them the names and numbers of all their students. Suggest they call students each week to remind them, and let them know their participation is valuable. Similarly, you need to let each teacher know they're valuable. Especially after the first week of class, call every teacher and check up on how things are going. You may have to console people who were totally blown off. You may also have to scramble for a new meeting place or time or new teacher, as we've done every semester since A-Zone Free School's inception with our Spanish class. Midway through the semester, have a teacher/coordinator meeting to talk about how classes are going and see how you can help. Make it a finger food potluck. This is one of the important ways to stay in touch with your teachers. Give as much moral support as you have. After your 6 weeks of classes, have a show and tell and evaluation, a potluck, of course. Much less hosting is necessary, so you can relax and be a part of the fun. After everyone has eaten and is settling down, hand out evaluation sheets and get a discussion going about what worked and what didn't for students and teachers alike. Take notes. Check-in is a good time for show and tell. Students and teachers can show/share what they've learned. Then, find out what classes are going on and which are ended. Discuss workshops for the next season or the next semester. Most importantly, try to keep a social/party atmosphere. This should not be a meeting, but a social gathering and sharing. Don't lose hope, the free school will take a while to catch on. But it will, if you can keep your own enthusiasm up. At the A-Zone we've had a different coordinator for each semester, with the early coordinators helping out in less taxing and demoralizing roles. For an info shop or community center, this sort of responsibility sharing and decentralization would seem to be ideal. Take a week or two off and get ready to start again.